Wish you warm welcome. In today's full body yoga practice, we'll focus on strengthening core. This includes the muscles around your abdomen, lower back, your hips, glutes, pelvic floor. All of these make up the core and they play important role in your body's stability. Without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. We'll begin our warm up with spot walk or spot jog. Engage your arms, let them move along with your walk or jog. If you can jog, then start slow jogging. Gentle smile on your face, bring attention to your face. See if you can let those frown lines relax. Gentle smile on face so that you bring your attention to the here and now. Breathe, don't hold the breath. Raise your arms sideways while jogging. Let them go up. Gently bring them down. Raise them up at the front. Bring them down. Keep going. And feel free to change the variation. If you feel like moving one arm at a time, do that. Whatever activity or engagement of arms that you want to do, feel free to do that. Or you can just copy me. This time, interlock your fingers and bring your hands at the back of your head. Keep jogging and move your elbows in, bring them closer. Then move them at the sides. Allow shoulders to go down. Let's do 4 more rounds. Bring them closer at the side, all the way towards the wall at the sides. Closer. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Last one time. Slowly release your arms. Bring them at the sides. Pause. Bring your feet hip width apart. Arms at your side. Lift through your chest. Pay attention to your breath. 2 more breaths here. Release. Next, we'll raise a knee at the opposite side like this. Like this. 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2. So knee raises at the sides or at the opposite side. Keep going. 1, 2. Now we'll engage the arms. 1, as you raise your knee, bring your arms at the sides. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. Pay attention to your breath. Exhale as you raise your knee up. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose. Unless you have closed nose for some reason, in that case, breathe through your mouth. Few more rounds here. See if you can raise that knee a centimeter more higher this time. And place the opposite foot strongly onto the ground. That means you have more stability, more balance. Last round. 1, 2. Pause. Come back to Tadasana, mountain pose with feet hip width apart, arms at your sides, chest lifted, shoulders away from each other. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Pay attention to your arms, let them straighten. Pay attention to your weight on your feet. Bring the evenness of your weight among your feet. release. Next, we'll do 50 to 100 skips. Sorry, I forgot to mention at the start of the video that keep a skipping rope handy. So if you have one, that's absolutely fine. If you don't have, that's okay. In that case, you will just imagine that you have a virtual rope in your hand and you will do 100 skips like this with me. Let's do it. And if you have a skipping rope, just grab it. Okay. If you stop in between, that's absolutely fine. Just start quickly until you finish 100. All right. With all your focus and attention, let's do 100 skips. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Observe your landing of your feet onto the ground. Make the landing gentle. Observe where your arms are. Keep your elbows closer to your body. 40, 50. Keep breathing. 60. Last 40 to go. It's absolutely fine if you're taking longer. No rush. 70. Come on, you can do it. We are together in this. 80. 90. Right. Pause. Move a rope aside and come back to Tadasana. Keep continuing. Keep going if you haven't finished yet. If you have finished, then come to Tadasana. Arms at your sides. Pay attention to your breath. See how you're breathing, where the breath is going. Observe where you feel the breath with each inhalation. Four more breaths here. Now, if you think you have a settled bit, that means your breath is settled a bit, then take deep inhalation. Fill your lungs with air and slow exhale. If you are still breathing heavy, then maintain the normal breath. Make this a last breath. Release. The last exercise of today's warm-up is small sequence. Come at the front of your mat and stand in Tadasana with feet hip width apart. Look straight. And this time, lift your toes up in the air, spread your toes, and then bring them back onto the ground under control. Press your big toe and little toe onto the ground. Press your inner edges of both the feet strongly onto the ground. Connect with your breath. On next inhalation, raise your arms up. Exhale as you bend forward. Legs bent or straight, your choice. Inhale and walk your legs back into high plank position. So when you're in plank position, your shoulders are just above your wrist. On next exhale, walk your legs towards your hands and come back to forward bend. Uttanasana. Inhale as you come up under control slowly. Exhale when you're back to Tadasana. Normal breath here, and we'll do 4 more rounds of this small sequence. Let's begin. Inhale and raise your arms up. Exhale as you bend forward. Bring your hands onto the mat. Inhale and walk your legs back and come to high plank position. Allow your fingers to have even distance between them and press your little fingers and your thumbs well onto the mat. Exhale as you walk your legs forward. Come back to forward bend. Start opening the back of your legs a bit more by straightening your legs. Inhale as you roll each vertebra at a time. Come back to Tadasana. Exhale as you come up. Normal breath here. 3 more rounds to go. Inhale and raise your arms up. Exhale as you bend forward. Bring your hands onto the mat at the front of your feet. Inhale and walk your legs back. Come to high plank. Exhale and walk your legs forward. Open the back of your knees, straighten the legs. Inhale and raise yourself up. Last 2 rounds. Inhale and raise your arms. Exhale and bend forward. Now you know the drill. Inhale and back to high plank. When you're in high plank, you don't want to round your upper back. To achieve that, you want to widen your chest, broaden the chest. Exhale as you walk forward. Roll yourself up under control. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Last round. Inhale and raise your arms. Bit faster. Exhale and forward bend. Inhale and high plank. Exhale as you walk your legs forward. Come up under control. Stay here for 2 more breaths. We use Tadasana to calibrate our alignment by scanning our body to bring better stability and symmetry in the pose. And we use that awareness further in the practice. Pay attention to your fingers. Bring your thumbs in line with your fingers and straighten the fingers towards the ground. Don't let them curl. Connect with your breath. Release and relax. Come at the center of your mat. In the next section of today's practice, we'll focus on traditional asana or its variation. Come to the mat in lying position. We'll prepare for Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Urdhva means upward, Prasarita means extended, and Pad means legs. Bring the soles of your feet close to your hips. Your heels are close to your hips. Arms at your side. Make sure your back is extended. So feel free to wiggle yourself to have length at your back. Then raise your right knee, bring it over right hip. Interlock your fingers and catch hold at the back of your right thigh. Then straighten your right leg so that the sole of your right foot is facing towards the ceiling. At the same time, bring your right leg more towards your chest direction, but make sure back of your hips are well connected with the ground. You're not lifting them up. Bend your leg. Keep going. Let's do 4 more times. Straighten the right leg. Bend. Straighten. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Bend your leg. Straighten it. Bend. Extend. Last time. Bend and extend. Bend your leg and this time bring the sole of your right foot onto the mat. Raise your left leg up, catch hold at the back of your left thigh. Now you know the drill. Keep going. Do it 4 more times. Bend and straighten. 2, 3, 4, and slowly bring your foot onto the mat. Take a breath. Then lift both the knees up so that your knees are over your hips. Catch hold at the back of your thighs with your hands like this and knees together. This time we are going to straighten both the legs together like this. Bring your toes towards your face so the soles of your feet are facing towards the ceiling. Then bend your legs. 4 more rounds. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Opening at the back of your knees, back of your legs. 4. Slowly bend your legs and bring them onto the mat. Arms at your sides. Take a breath here. We'll build further onto the variation that we did. This time, catch hold at the sides of your mat with your hands. Then raise your knees up and then straighten the legs. If this is too intense, then do the previous variation of holding at the back of your legs. Otherwise, catch hold at the sides of your mat. And if this is going well, then bring your hands at the sides onto the mat. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Let's stay here for 10 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bend your legs and bring the soles onto the mat. Keep breathing. Observe your breath. Observe the sensation at the back of your legs, in your abdomen. Let's do the leg raises. So one more time, raise your legs up. If you are catching hold of the mat at the sides, then moving the legs towards the ground, roughly bring them to the 60 degrees and back to 90 degrees. If you have your hands at the back of your thigh, then maintain them. Keep the legs straight, bring them to 60 and go back to 90. Okay, let's do that. 5 rounds of these. Come on, we can do this together. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one with all your strength. Come on. 5. Bend your legs, straighten them and wiggle them side by side. Well done. Pause. Bend the legs. Bring the heels close to your hips. Lift your feet, knees over your hips. Move your arms at your sides. We are going to do variation of Jatara Parivartanasana, revolved abdominal pose. Knees together, feet together. And turn your legs all the way towards the right. Keep looking straight. Exhale as you twist and twist from your abdomen to bring your top side of the rib cage more towards the ground along with your left shoulder. So exhale and twist. Turn more from your abdomen towards the opposite side. That's your left side. Exhale as you raise your legs up and slowly go towards the left. Once you are in the pose, once your knees are on the ground, keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And pay attention to the tension or tightness or the difference between the tightness in the two sides of your body. Were they similar, or are they similar or different? Where do you feel the tightness? Exhale as you lift your legs up. Go towards the opposite side. Bit faster this time. Just stay here for a moment. Raise your legs up. Bring them to the center. Go towards the opposite side. Touch them to the ground. Stay for a moment. Lift them up. Keep going. 2 more rounds. Relax your breath. Last round. Don't hold the breath. Don't clench your teeth. Go towards the left. When you finish, come back to the center and bring your feet onto the mat. Take 2 breaths here. Maintain your arms in line with your shoulders. Then raise your legs. Bring them straight just like we did in previous pose, Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, straight legs. And this time, just move them slightly towards the right. Bring them towards the center. Move towards slightly towards the left. Bring them to the center. Let's do 4 more rounds. Go towards the right to the extent you can and come back to the center. And even if you can move them an inch away towards the right or left, that's a winner. That's what we want. Slow progression towards building the strength and flexibility. Last round. Keep breathing. When you finish, bend your legs, straighten them, and wiggle them side by side to release any tension. Pause and just stay here for 2 more breaths. Turn to your side and come up. Use support of your hands to come up. And we'll practice variation of Paripurna Navasana. Paripurna means full, Navasana means boat pose. Bring your hand just behind your hips, fingers pointing towards the wall at the front. And your feet or your heels are placed at the front like this. Then while leaning back, but try to maintain, when you lean back, see if you're rounding your back. Lift your chest up and try to maintain the length at the front, not rounding your back. Lift your knees up, lift your feet up, taking support of your hands. Keep breathing. Then straighten one leg, straighten opposite leg. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 rounds. 5, 6, 7. Come on, we can do it. 8, 9. Last one. 10. Straighten your legs, lean back, wiggle your legs, release any tension or tightness. Take 2 breaths here and we'll repeat. Now you know the drill. Let's go back to variation of Paripurna Navasana. Maintain the length, lift through the chest, not rounding, and then lift your knees. Maintain the legs bent, then start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to increase the intensity of the pose, then bring your arms at the sides of your knees. Otherwise, maintain them on the mat. Last 2 rounds. 1, 2. Well done. Wiggle your legs side by side. Now last variation of Paripurna Navasana. Come back to The pose, lift your feet up. Now, while maintaining the support with your hands, straighten both the legs and then bend them. Let's do 4 rounds. 1, under control. 2, 3, you're using a lot of strength. 4, last one, come on. 5, you are using a lot of strength from your core muscles, your abdomen, your lower back, your legs, your pelvic floor. That's what we want here. Wiggle your legs, maintain the natural breath, pause. Come against the wall. If you don't have a wall, that's absolutely fine. And bend your legs to bring the soles of your feet close to your hips, close to your pelvic floor. And just straighten your toes. Use your fingers to straighten your toes. Create some gap between them, distance between them, and make sure inner edges of your feet are in line. Keep looking straight. Lift in the chest. See if you can move, use your hands at the sides of your hips. See if you can move your hips slightly more back. Do this under control. Pay attention to the stretch that you're creating at your inner thigh, at your groin region. Don't overdo. It's easy to get injured when you're overstretching. So maintain the intensity of the pose to medium or slightly higher, but not to your max capacity. Slow progression towards creating the flexibility and the strength. Now gently use your hands on your thighs, not pressing hard, just using the weight of our hands onto the knees. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. We are doing the variation of Baddha Konasana. Baddha means bound, Kon means angle. So, bound angle pose. Slowly release, straighten the legs. Come at the center of your mat and sit in cross leg position. Feel free to take some height, folded blanket, or a block underneath your hips to sit upright, to sit tall, or you can just be on the mat. Use your hands beside your hips to straighten your torso, lengthen it towards the ceiling, lift through your lower back. Just have a look at your front of your torso. Maintain the length. You're not rounding. If when you're rounding, you shorten at the front of the torso. We want the length. So lift through the chest, inner shoulders going away from each other, and bring them down. Relax your face, relax your jaw. We'll practice 3 rounds of Brahmari Pranayama. Brahmar means bee. When the bee flies, the motion of its wings creates humming sound. And in this pranayama practice, we replicate that sound. That's why the name. If you don't remember how to do this, quick recap. You place, just have a look first and we'll do it together. You place your hands on your face like this. Then you take deep inhale and you exhale with humming sound like this. And you make your exhale long. All right, let's do it together. Placing of the hands on the face. Bring your first finger just above your eyebrows, your middle finger on your eyes, your ring finger next to your nostril, and your little finger just above your lips. And use your thumbs to close your ears. Pay attention of the strength you are using with your fingers on your face. Maintain gentle touch of your fingers on your face. Normal breath. And allow your shoulders to go down, not lifting them up. So bring the position of your elbows in a way that you can relax your shoulder. Let's begin. Take deep inhale, exhale with humming sound. Continue. You take deep inhale before each round. When you finish, bring your hands onto your thighs. Maintain your eyes closed. Pay attention to the sensations that you're feeling in your head, in your eyes, in your arms, in your shoulders. Maintain the natural breath. Slowly open your eyes. We'll do the gentle twist. Turn towards your right and bring your left hand against your right knee and your right hand just at the back on the ground for support, looking towards the wall on your right. Maintain the normal breath. Come back to the center, turn towards the left. Relax your face. One more time, turn towards the right. Center, turn towards the left. Come back to the center. Bring your hands to your chest. Close your eyes. Your thumbs are on your sternum. Fingers slightly away from your thumbs and fingers together. Use exhalation to lower your elbows towards the ground along with your shoulders. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Take this opportunity to thank yourself for being engaged in the practice, to build strength in your core. Celebrate this small win of your day with gentle smile on your face. Imagine a person or pet that you like and bring that face at the front of your eyes. Maintain that face for 2 more breaths. Slowly bring your chin towards the chest, move your head forward. Namaste and thank you. Move your head back, release your eyes, open your eyes, bring your hands onto your thighs. If you like today's video, please consider giving like and subscribe. See you next time. Till then, be your best version.